Now here the question is, we'll need to prove that this integral from 0 to 1 dx upon under root 4 minus x square minus x cube, it is greater than pi by 6 but less than pi root 2 by 8. Now it is very difficult to solve this integral because it has this cubic polynomial within a square root. So what we'll do is, we'll try and identify two functions hx and gx such that hx is less than fx and gx is greater than fx in this interval from 0 to 1. So for x lying between 0 to 1, we can say that 4 minus x square minus x cube, it will always be less than 4 minus x square, and it will be greater than 4 minus 2x square. Now between x square and x square is greater than x cube. So if we subtract x square instead of x cube, this number will be less than 4 minus x square minus x cube. So we have two functions hx and gx. Now we'll take under root sign. So we'll write under root of 4 minus 2x square will be less than under root of 4 minus x square minus x cube, and it will be less than under root of 4 minus x square. Now we'll take reciprocal. If we'll take reciprocal, we write 1 upon under root of 4 minus 2x square will be greater than 1 upon under root of 4 minus x square minus x cube, and it will be greater than 1 upon under root of 4 minus x square. Now the reason I have changed it to the form under root of a square minus x square, because the value of that integral will be sine inverse, and if we use inverse trigonometric function, then we'll get the result in terms of angles. So now what I'll do is, I'll integrate all the three functions in between 0 and 1. Now this is 1 upon root 2 sine inverse x upon root 2 between 0 to 1, and this is the integral that we need to approximate dx upon under root of 4 minus x square minus x cube, and it will be greater than sine inverse x by 2 between 0 and 1. Now this is 1 upon root 2 and then sine inverse 1 by root 2. This is the integral that we need to approximate, and then it will be sine inverse 1 by 2. Now sine inverse 1 by root 2 is nothing but pi by 4. So we'll get this is pi upon 4 root 2, and it will be greater than this integral I, and sine inverse 1 by 2 is nothing but pi by 6. We can also write this pi upon 4 root 2 as root 2 pi upon 8. So this integral I, it will be greater than pi by 6 but less than root 2 pi by 8, and this is what we need to prove. Now here the question is, the value of definite integral from 0 to 1 plus e to the power minus x square dx is. Now we are given four options: minus 1, 2, 1 plus 1 upon e, and now this integral e to the power minus x square dx, it is not very easy to simplify at our level. So we won't even consider solving this integral. So what we'll do is, we'll say, suppose a function fx is given by 1 plus e to the power minus x square, and it is defined in the interval 0 to 1. Now in this interval, we'll try and find maximum and minimum value of this function. Now we'll find f dash x. F dash x will be e to the power minus x square into minus 2x. Now this is always less than or equal to 0. So that means this function f is strictly decreasing function. Now if the function is strictly decreasing, then maximum value of this function is at the point where the interval starts. So maximum value of this function will be when the value of x is 0. Now we'll put x as 0, it will be 1 plus e to the power 0, which is 1. So maximum value of this function, it is 2. And the minimum value of this function will be at the point which is at the end of this interval. So minimum value will be at f1, which is 1 plus 1 upon e. Now we know that this integral of fx from 0 to 1, fx dx, it'll always be greater than small m into b minus a, and it'll always be less than capital M into b minus a. And since this function, it is not a constant function, we are using strict inequality. Now small m is 1 plus 1 upon e. So we can write this as 1 plus 1 upon e into b minus a. Now b minus a in this case is 1 minus 0. And this is from 0 to 1, 1 plus e to the power minus x square dx. And it will be less than capital M, which is 2 minus 0. So value of this integral, it will be greater than 1 plus 1 upon e, but less than 2. Now it cannot be minus 1, it cannot be 2, and it cannot be 1 plus 1 upon e. It will be some value which will lie between 1 plus 1 upon e and 2, and therefore answer to this question will be none of these. Option number D. Now here the question is, we need to find the value of a and b such that this integral 0 to 2 pi dx upon 10 plus 3 cos x will lie between a and b. Now there can be many different ways to find the value of a and b. One of the possible ways, we know that 3 cos x, it will lie between minus 3 and plus 3. If we'll add 10, we'll write 7 is less than 10 plus 3 cos x, and it'll be less than 13. Now we'll take reciprocal, we can write 1 upon 13, it'll be less than 1 upon 10 plus 3 cos x, and it'll be less than 1 by 7. Now we'll integrate these three functions from 0 to 2 pi. We can write 2 pi by 13 is strictly less than 0 to 2 pi dx upon 10 plus 3 cos x, and it'll be less than 2 pi by 7. So one of the possible values of a and b could be 2 pi by 13 and 2 pi by 7. Now let us take another question, which is, we need to prove that this integral sin x to the power 10 dx from pi by 4 to pi by 2 will lie between pi upon 128 and pi by 4. Now we look at this function, which is sin x to the power 10. We know that sin x, it is an increasing function. So the minimum value of this function, it will lie at pi by 4. So it will be sin pi by 4 to the power 10, and sin pi by 4 is nothing but 1 by root 2. So it will be greater than 1 by root 2 to the power 10, and it will be less than value at upper end of the interval, which is pi by 2, which is 1 to the power 10. So we can write 1 upon 32, it is less than sin x to the power 10, and it will be less than 1. Now we'll integrate the three functions between pi by 4 and pi by 2. We can write 1 by 32, and then here it will be simply pi by 4, it will be less than this integral from pi by 4 to pi by 2 sin x to the power 10 dx, and it will be less than pi by 4. So we can write pi upon 128 is less than this integral, which is less than pi by 4, and that's your first question. Now for this second question, we have this function as sin x upon x. So we'll take function fx as sin x upon x in the interval 0 to pi by 2. F dash x will be simply x cos x minus sin x upon x square. Now we'll take cos x common. We can write cos x into x minus tan x upon x square. Then the first quadrant, x minus tan x is less than 0. So f dash x is less than 0. It means this function fx is strictly decreasing function. If the function is strictly decreasing, then sin x upon x, it will be greater than its minimum value, which will occur at the end of this interval, which is sin pi by 2 1 upon pi by 2, and it'll be less than the value at 0. Now limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x, it is nothing but 1. So we can write 2 upon pi sin x upon x will lie between 2 upon pi and 1. Now this is minimum value and that's your maximum value. Then the value of this integral from 0 to pi by 2 sin x upon x dx, it will be greater than m, which is 2 upon pi into b minus a, which is pi by 2, and it'll be less than capital M into b minus a. So value of this integral will always lie between 1 and pi by 2, and that's your second question. Now the third question is this integral where we have this function 1 upon 2 plus log x when x lies between 1 and e. If we write f dash x, it will be minus 1 upon 2 plus log x whole square into 1 by x, which is less than 0. That means this function fx is strictly decreasing. If the function is strictly decreasing, then minimum value of this function will occur at the end of this interval. So it will be fe, which is 1 upon 2 plus ln e, which is 1 by 3, and the maximum value of this function will occur at the starting of this interval, which is when the value of x is 1. So it will be simply 1 upon 2 plus log 1, which is 0, and that will be 1 by 2. So the value of this integral from 1 to e dx upon 2 plus log x, it will always be greater than small m 1 by 3 into b minus a, and b minus a is e minus 1, and it will be less than capital M, which is 1 by 2 into e minus 1. So value of this integral will lie between e minus 1 by 3 and e minus 1 by 2. And that's your third question. Now here the question is, prove the following. This integral from 0 to 2 x dx upon 16 plus x cube will lie between 0 and 1 by 6. Now we'll take this function as fx and it'll be simply x upon 16 plus x cube. We'll try and find maximum and minimum value of this function between 0 to 2. Now we'll find f dash x will be 16 plus x cube minus 3x square into x upon 16 plus x cube whole square. It'll be simply 16 minus 2x cube upon 16 plus x cube whole square. Now we'll put it equals to 0. We'll get the critical point as x equals 2. Now we'll find absolute maximum and absolute minimum value of this function in the interval 0 to 2. We'll find value at 0. Value at 0 is simply 0. We'll find the value at 2. Value at 2 will be 2 upon 16 plus 8, which is 1 by 12. Now this is absolute minimum value and that's your absolute maximum value. So value of this integral from 0 to 2 x dx upon 16 plus x cube, it will be greater than small m into b minus a, and it will be less than capital M into b minus a. So value of this integral will always be greater than 0 but less than 1 by 6.